Hi, neetu. So I concluded that we are not going to be able to go live this weekend. We are just not ready. We need a couple more days, and then we can go live. But because I only want to do it on the weekend, that means that we won't do it until next weekend. So the next weekend is the 7th and 8th, or excuse me, the 1st and 2nd of June, the 1st and 2nd of June. So we will target going live on the 1st and 2nd of June and not this weekend. This particular segment of the videos is going to help you with a couple things. I'm going to touch on a few pages, of course, but let's start with data sources. I'm looking right here at the alerts viewer, and we know that the data isn't coming up correctly. At least it doesn't seem to. It updates probably at midnight, right, on this alerts viewer page. However, if you look at the combined analysis, let's look at, the NASDAQ combined analysis. The NASDAQ combined analysis actually has updated data, right? So the data here is being updated correctly, but the data that's on the alerts viewer page isn't. In addition to that, the data that's on the trend tracker modules isn't updating. Now, what I would like to do is this. Number one, do not change the data that's coming from the alerts viewer. Don't change that data. Leave that data exactly how it is now. In other words, it will update at midnight. However, on the trend tracker module, that goes for both trend tracker modules. I want you to match that data, and that means get the data from the same source as we get the data for market analysis here. That way, when I update the newsletter, the trend tracker module will automatically update when I do the newsletter. The strategy, day trading strategy, swing trading strategy, etc., that'll update at midnight. I'm fine with that. Okay? Make sure also that you understand that there's two trend tracker modules. We have, of course, the initial trend tracker module, but then in addition we have, here we go, the second trend tracker module. So we have two trend tracker modules. Both of those should match the combined analysis data source. The data should come from the same place so that when I make updates to the wizard, it takes effect on the trend tracker and the NASDAQ market analysis. The second thing I want to help you with is the strategic plan page. I find errors with this page in the data source. First, I'm going to tell you what's good and then what's wrong. The current Dow parameters is right. That's coming from the right data source. Let me show you. In the strategic plan of the wizard, we have data source here. The data publishes to the database when I publish this to the wizard, and from there we should be drawing the data for current Dow parameters, and we do. That's correct. The current position, however, is coming from the wrong place. This is not working. This is not coming from where it should be. It says after a few stops we ended in DDM again. This is not what it should say, because we should be getting that from the strategies summary section, and that now says something else. So wherever this publishes to the database, we should be drawing from that database source for the page that we just referenced. For the current position, should be drawing from the database source that this publishes to. It currently says we are in cash after securing 7% from DDM. That is what should be read here. But we should read it off of the database so that when I make the changes here, it's reflected on this page as well. Now, I am not able to test this section, and I'll tell you why. Something has changed in the database. This should come from the strategic plan page of the database. Bear with me. So, for example, if I type here, we have made a change, and I save this, I'm sorry, I'm noticing something. Maybe I'm going to change the date to the 24th. 24th, we have made a change. And I'm saving it. It did come. It was the date issue. We have made a change. Now let's see if it populates correctly. I'm going to refresh this page. And we have made a change come. So my recent post, we're getting the right data. Current Dow parameters, we are getting the right data. Current position, we are not getting the right data. So that comes from strategy summary. Please make that change. Also, we have click for details, performance click for details. This has a left-hand border. So the strategic plan, click for details, has a left-hand border. We're going to use that again as we talk about the next strategy. The next strategy is the stock of the week strategy. And this page looks like it's getting data from the right source. I do hope so because I have not made a change, but I will make a change to it the next time I make a newsletter adjustment, which I will do tomorrow after the market closes. However, the performance click for details does not have a left-hand border. It needs to have a left-hand border. So whatever we're doing in the strategies strategic plan page, it has a left-hand border. We need to also do for this page so it has a left-hand border as well. So click for details should show left-hand border. Next, we're going to talk about the home page. Specifically, we're going to talk about our strategies. So when our strategies are clicked, lock and walk, swing trading, day trading, etc., it should open the strategy page. So if I click lock and walk, it should open strategies lock and walk. If I click swing trading, it should open strategies swing trading. In other words, these should click and open all of these particular strategies. In addition, the data here is not hard-coded. It needs to be dynamic. You cannot hard-code this data. This strategic plan information comes from the same source as the strategic plan here. It should come from the same source. So when the source is updated using the wizard, it is reflected not only in the strategic plan page, but also here. The stock of the week. The stock of the week is updated every week, maybe more than once. But the current stock of the week is AXP, week ending May 24th. However, our home page shows something else. HON, March 22nd. This needs to come from the same source as stock of the week. Day trading, sell stock QLD 1325. Day trading. I should be able to go to strategies. Day trading. Look at the archives. And the last archive should match what that home page says. Except it doesn't. The archive should say new day 000101. That's what the archive should say. Excuse me, that's the first entry in the archive. That is exactly what the home page day trading section should say, but it says something else. Swing trading, close QID, strategy, swing trading, alert history, new day. The first value in the database archive is what we use there. Just the title. We're not using all of this. Just the title. That's all we need to use for the home page. And that first entry in the database goes on our home page, and that would be right here in the close. We're replacing this section. And then we have lock and walk. It says sell your QLD, and it has a certain timestamp. Strategy, lock and walk, archives should come from the same source again. The most recent entry in the database. So, all of these appear to be wrong to me. Sorry, all of these appear to be wrong to me because they look like they're hard-coded. They are definitely not coming from the archives list in the database. Note as well that we do not have an icon here for some reason. There is a graphic on Kyle's design that we need, so we need to include that as well. And of course, I talked about this earlier in the video. Trend tracker modules will then be matching the other data that comes from the market analysis, the NASDAQ, the same source as that. Please make note of these changes. The next issue is the message board. Notice that the message board is overlapped, so it's not showing properly. It looks as if the message board just needs to have a different size component, and I believe Kyle has offered an advice to help you with that. Please ask Kyle or reference his notes. The border on this page looks very bad, and I have asked Kyle to help you with this, so he should have, hopefully, a design in SVN. This earnings analysis page doesn't look good at all with this left border placed like it is. Or excuse me, the right border, the module placed like it is. So we need to fix that. He will probably help us with this, so look for his update on the earnings analysis page. I have also asked Kyle to help us with the sentiment table because there's a problem with it. First, we don't have a right-hand border for modules, and we need one. However, there's another problem. When I click a number, it is supposed to open a layer, but instead of opening a layer, it's opening a page. And that's a problem. That is not what this is supposed to do. Yes, this is supposed to work like this, but it's supposed to open a layer and not an actual page. So, let me give you an example. And this example is coming from the home page in the sentiment table. It's the same basic concept. But when I click, oh, it's actually not working. This is not the way this is supposed to work. There is a page somewhere where it opens in a layer. Maybe it's on Kyle's design. Bear with me for 1 second and let me see if I can get Kyle's design easily. There it is. That's what it's supposed to do. But instead, we're opening the pages. It's supposed to open a layer. That's how it's supposed to work. But instead, we're opening the actual pages. I've asked Kyle to help with this to make it easier, so please look for what he's put together. There also seems to be a problem. Oh, I'm on Kyle's design, sorry. Okay, there we go. There also seems to be a problem in the stock reports. So I'm going to go here to this sentiment table page, and I'm going to click on one of these things. This one, it's not happening, but I'm getting errors in some pages where it's referencing beta. Let me try again. I'm drawing a stock report. No, that seems to work. Let me do a stock finder. Sorry, I'm trying to replicate the problem. I sent you a screenshot, I think, but it seems that we're getting an error on beta sometimes. So I'm clicking Hines. Should open the Hines report. There we go. Here's the error. And this whole page kind of freezes and goes haywire. See how that works? I clicked it off of this find stock by trading support. I'm clicking Hines. And it replicates again. So it seems like there's an error there. It was also coming, these line errors were also coming to me when I did a simple report. This one doesn't seem to be happening now, but please check that error. That needs to be fixed. Now, our trend tracker page. So trend tracker, use trend tracker with real money. We're going to start here because this works properly with one exception. I want to remove that Options Express logo. Remove it, please, from this layer. Okay? Are you ready to use trend tracker with real money? All this stuff works. But when somebody clicks on support@stocktradersdaily.com, I want it to open the email, if possible, with a subject line. And I want the subject line to be I want to use TT with real money. I want to use TT with real money. If it's possible to have this open an email with a subject line, great. If not, don't worry about it. Okay, but please remove this. Also, notice the layer that we're using. Okay, this layer is important because we have a couple places where we're doing this. Talk to us about using real money should open a layer, but it doesn't do anything. Okay, so talk to us about using real money should open a layer. Request to go live should also open a layer. This opens a page. By the way, remove Options Express, but this should open a layer. It shouldn't open a page. Keep that in mind. Now, TT strategies. We are removing TT strategies. Okay, so we're going to remove this for now, and we're going to come back to it later. So you can remove Trend Tracker strategies from the menu. If we don't have a main category there for Trend Tracker, we can put something like Trend Tracker main or something like that. But we do not need to have Trend Tracker strategies right now. You can remove that. By the way, we will go over menu changes the last thing we do. This is, by the way, the closing of this video segment, and I hope it helps you.